The invisibility collapse for local businesses has started. Here's what you need to know.
I'll come tomorrow. I will wait. I will wait.
Welcome to a really important thing that any local business owner needs to know, especially if you are sitting in your business looking around and wondering where all the customers are. There are 4 big changes that have happened in digital marketing in 2025. We're going to talk about them, what it has done to visibility for local businesses, and what to do about it. First and foremost, consumer behavior. Consumers have changed. They used to be actually looking for whatever it is that you're selling in their local neighborhood, city, town, what have you. Now they're looking online. And it's not just e-commerce and online selling that has changed their behavior, it's social media. So what does average consumer behavior look like in today's day and age? Well, they have on average about 2.6 seconds of attention span. They need to watch an average of 7 hours of content before making a buying decision. And this means that, again, on average, a consumer has to see a business about 11.6 times on 4 different platforms before they buy. Every single time they buy. This is as true of a new customer as it is of a returning customer. And so 2.6 seconds of attention span, they need to watch 7 hours of content, 11.6 times on 4 different platforms before they make a purchase every time they purchase. Consumer behavior has shifted to the point where if we don't meet them where they're at, they will never buy from us. And a lot of business owners I talk to think that the reason the sales are down is the economy, or it's tariffs, or it's the weather. And those things certainly aren't helping anyone, but the real issue is consumer behavior. And so this is 100% a problem that can only be fixed with marketing strategy. It's not the issue of an external force like the economy. And it cannot be fixed by just putting more time or money into, posting more or buying more billboards or like all the things that I talk to local business owners that they're doing. Here's the problem and why consumer behavior is the thing that you should be most focused on right now. Your website, your social media, your SEO, your email, especially offline things like billboards, flyers, even your storefront and sidewalk sign, they're not being seen by real customers. Your business is invisible. And this is why I call this an invisibility collapse, okay? The reason for this is that we have an explosion of digital content, plus we have AI and algorithms that are designed to keep people constantly on their phones. And so your business is invisible for 2 major reasons. The first reason is that all this content has created bored, disconnected customers with an attention span of a goldfish, right? I mentioned 2.6 seconds. Consumers now have a shorter attention span than a goldfish. That's true of digital media, like social media. It's also true of offline media, like a billboard or a paid ad in a magazine. So we have to get their attention immediately, or they are going to go on to the next distraction. And we also have to give them a lot of content, or they're not going to do anything but sit on their couch and order DoorDash for dinner. It's sad but true. So businesses who are just out there trying to hustle harder, trying to think up something to post every day, they're off the invisibility cliff. They're invisible. Businesses who understand how to use a few key components of their marketing to multiply their foot traffic, they will be able to be visible and have their marketing compound to work for them even when they're busy running their business. So I have a mini masterclass that will show you exactly how to do this. You can click the link below and get it for free. But first, let's talk about the other 4 things that are hurdling local businesses off of that invisibility cliff. So the second big thing we need to know about is AI. It has literally flipped the script for how marketing is done, and it happened almost overnight, and it is accelerating. So what does this mean for local? This goes hand in hand with everything I was just saying about consumer behavior, but it's going to literally affect everything. And business owners who don't take action on this right now are going to see an even bigger drop in foot traffic. They're becoming more invisible by the day. This is not a scare tactic, it's just facts, okay? So what has happened with AI? Well, it's turned every online platform into a never-ending source of content and information. and consumers are adopting the behaviors that keep them trapped in the source of information that the algorithms are using. This is why they are just like wasting their time doom scrolling on their phone. And they're not going to be doing anything outside of that for the foreseeable future. This is consumer behavior for the next while. What does this mean for local? If you don't know how to be ranked by AI on search engines, on social media, and even for local publications, no consumers are going to know you're there. It's as simple as that. So just being featured in a publication or a news article is not going to cut it moving forward. Neither is paying for billboards or even online ads that are not written with a specific message and framework to get your business ranked by those algorithms. So this is the number one predictor of success versus failure for local in the coming months and years by my calculations. I am literally putting every resource I have into ensuring my businesses are optimized for AI in the coming year because it's no longer enough to just be open and down the street. Whether or not a local business is given any attention is determined by the algorithm. You can't buy your way into it. You have to have a strategy and understand what your specific customer specifically wants and train your AI algorithms on who your customer is and how to find them. Okay. So customers are looking for things to do, what to buy, where to eat, where to get a haircut. It's all happening on their little digital devices, right? And those are controlled by this increasingly sophisticated AI. So if you don't have a method for maintaining visibility in that environment, your business is going to fall off the invisibility cliff and your foot traffic is going to keep declining. All right. Third thing, we have to target customers directly. Without some way of ensuring that you're getting your business noticed by your specific VIP customers, nothing you do will have any effect on your foot traffic or sales. This goes hand in hand with the second reason I just mentioned. The AI and the algorithms have gotten so sophisticated and it's increasing at an exponential rate that without a strategy for telling them exactly who we're talking to, they're not going to do a single thing with your Google My Business page or your social media or your website or anything else. You can't fake this, okay? It is not enough to say, I'm in XYZ zip code and throw some geo-targeting out and hope that works because customers are no longer looking for that and neither are the algorithms. They're utilizing these online platforms with very specific behaviors that algorithms are optimizing for. And they're utilizing specific search terms that ensure businesses who feed those behaviors are visible and those who don't won't. What do I mean by this? We are, in fact, in another technology race. And I'm not talking about going viral or getting a lot of clicks, likes, and views. I'm talking about understanding the difference between a click on your content and a buying behavior that the algorithm can predict. So they're going to find more of your customers for you. If we understand how to put the algorithms to work for our business, they will go find your customers for you. This is the power of having a marketing strategy that is built for the AI era. If you understand how to be seen by customers, that algorithm will literally multiply your outreach without you having to lift a finger. But without understanding how to tap into this power, it will ignore your business, and that effect gets multiplied over time as well. And remember, the first thing I said is consumer behavior has changed. This goes for offline platforms too. They're simply not seeing your ads in a billboard or a magazine because they're trained by these algorithms for how to interact with content. And this is why I call this an invisibility cliff. Businesses who fall off and aren't able to build a strategy around today's AI and technology and consumer behavior, they're going to have a really hard time climbing back up off of that cliff. It's going to be nearly impossible to fight your way back if you don't have a system in place that helps you capitalize on what's happening in today's environment. Last, but certainly not least, is the single most important thing a local business has to have to stay visible in today's environment and beyond. This is number 4. That is a messaging strategy that speaks directly to your customers and what they want. This is the part of your marketing that will make or break your business because the first 3 things I already described, how you beat the algorithm and target customers, get their attention, is by saying exactly and only the things that get them to actually buy. Anything that is salesy or focused on discounts or generic or begging them to support local, the days where any of that worked are long gone. I am 100% positive of that, and I've seen so much evidence in the past 18 months that proves this data point. This is the hardest thing for a local business owner to do, is to know what their message should be and how to make it work so that they aren't invisible. No amount of trying to go viral or focusing on trends or going live every day is going to help you do this. You need a specific strategy and a method built for a local business that your specific VIP customer has already proven that they respond to, or nothing that you do for marketing is going to help you. So, this is like the glue that keeps everything together, that ensures you're able to utilize the power of the algorithm to multiply your foot traffic. It's how you get past that super low attention span, that goldfish brain of the average consumer. All right, so how do we put all these things together so you don't fall off the invisibility cliff? It's actually not as hard as it sounds. There are 3 things you need to make this work together and utilize some of these powerful tools. But if you don't have them, you're going to keep seeing a decline in foot traffic. And as I mentioned, I cover this in depth and detail in my mini masterclass, the 10x Foot Traffic Multiplier. It's free. The link is below. Sign up, watch it, and do this for your business. But as an overview, here is what we need to do. Okay. First and foremost, you have to define that messaging. If you can't stand out from all of the AI content and the creator content and the content that's out there that is training these consumers to just scroll on their phones, they're not noticing your business. So we have to have that message really what I call hitting the bullseye so that real customers notice it, they stop, they read, they react, they get off their couch. Second thing we need to do is make sure that we are utilizing what the algorithms do really well to target real people because we understand the behaviors that we want them to take. We can define that and tell the algorithm to go find it for us. That is actually the cool thing about the era that we're in is that if you are stuck in the old ways and just trying to like hustle your way out of it and post more, you won't be seen. But if you understand how to put the algorithms to work for you, they're going to go find your customers. Because here's the thing, algorithms love predictability, they love understanding what equals success, and they will keep doing that over and over and over again. And they get better and better and better at it once they keep finding customers for you. It's amazing, honestly. Um, but we have to know how to target those customers so that it can do that for you. And then the third thing is to automate everything else because, again, consumers need to see 7 hours of content, see your business 11.6 times on an average of 4 platforms before they make a buying decision every single time they buy. I don't know about you, but I haven't met a business owner who can actually do that in a high enough volume to get people in the door and keep their business open. So we have to use these automation tools and this strategy to do it for us. Those 3 things together create a marketing strategy that, once it's built, actually keeps running even when you're not actively working on it to keep bringing you customers. The visibility collapse is officially here. A business that falls off the cliff is going to be stuck in the past, continuing to try to do what, is either outdated advice or advice meant for an online business. They're not going to stand out. A local business that understands how to use these tools to stand out is going to win in a major way in the coming months and years. So again, click the links below, watch the mini masterclass, the 10x foot traffic multiplier method. I'm going to show you how to put this together and it's free. So there's no reason not to, unless you really don't want to succeed in your business. And when you're done with that, connect with my team on a free 15-minute call. We'll help you with some strategies for your business specifically. So if you want to put this into practice in your business, click the links below. Watch the 10x foot traffic multiplier method. It's a mini masterclass. It's free. It's going to show you step by step in detail how to do this for a local business. We are not going to waste your time talking about how to go viral, how to do anything that is not for your business model specifically. And then when you're done, connect with my team, and I have many resources to show you how to implement this for your specific situation. We'll see you on the inside.